You can get all kinds of things done. Look, I would never walk up on a man like I walked up on dude. I knew he was bumping his gums. I knew nothing was going to happen how I walked up on him. But except for like when you arguing with a female. Because that's all he did was yap after he backed up. Because when I first sat down, I was right up on him. Then after that, he kept yapping. A little bit after that, because I kept telling him, I don't do that sucking shit. He kept yapping. So I'm like, all right, say I suck again. He folded.
So last night, Corey Holcomb broke his silence after a week of not really interacting with the internet, doing the exact opposite of what Anton Daniels did. And actually, Corey went there. Oh, he went there. He went to the depths. He started talking about the family and bringing up certain things. And, you know, you may have your rules of engagement about many things, but one thing you don't do, and I learned this a long time ago, is tangle with a comedian in a war of words. That's why when people go to comedy shows and they start heckling, they always lose. Why? Because a comedian will go there. Like literally. Corey went on wide-ranging topics from his wife, his daughter, Mika, his offspring, just so many different places, you know what I'm saying? And say what you say about it, you know, it might be uncalled for in normal circumstances, but these aren't normal circumstances. We're now in another realm. And it's obvious that Corey wants to go there, at least in this conversation about what happened on his show last week. He felt disrespected. And now the gloves are off. Everything's in fair play. So anyway, without further ado, Corey Holcomb drops bombs on Anton Daniels. I don't think he calculated this in the chess game that he was playing because, like I said, Corey just laid back and kind of went about his business, did his shows this week, and then he came back and it was surgical. He opened up with a clip of Anton from last week talking about that he's a Christian first before he's black.
Okay, but the position you and your people are in.
Who is my people?
Black people. Do you claim black people?
I'm a Christian first. I claim.
Well, I think something's wrong with that. If you don't want to say you're a black man first, I think something's wrong with that. This man denounced my people in my face. Right. And my people was taken up for him. You think I didn't notice that? Right. He denounced black people in my face. And I still was able to keep it cool.
Right.
But sex play, that'll get me up out my seat.
Right.
Sex play, not sex play.
So all of the black people who taking up for him, I wish you better with yourself. Because he really ain't even supposed to be able to walk the streets where we at. If you really want to know the truth. But I ain't worried about that. I ain't sending nobody his way or nothing. I'm just saying, because he sent people his way himself.
Yeah.
Up here talking about, I was up on your shit. Man, I ain't never said this before in my life. He was bragging about being up here.
Right.
I never said this before, but I'm finna say this for the first time. Because I moved out here in 2000. I've been here 25 years. First 30 years I was in Chicago, but I've been here 25 years. I think I earned the right to say this. He talking about how he ran up on this LA, homie. You think you got a pass to come back here after saying that? Homie, I know these boys out here. These boys out here operate in chaos. It ain't supposed to make sense. That's how they do it out here. I found that out when I moved out here. Because I was like, well, why they... And this one dude, when I did this movie, I forgot his name. I think his name was Big Slice. OG nigga from out here, ain't no joke. He was explaining to me. He said, that's how we do it out here. We operate in chaos.
Man.
Chaos. So I'm just telling you, you think you got me, homie. You dissed more than me. This building was built off the backs of brothers who got it in the streets of LA. And you came up here disrespecting and bragging on it. If you knew who walked through these doors and went up them stairs to smoke with the people who founded this place, you wouldn't have did that. But I'll let the streets show you. You can't perpetrate like you tough on the video and not get, them motherfuckers gonna come see what you about, homie. I know they are. I know they are. I don't know nothing about it.
And that kind of gives Corey a lot of license, because a lot of people are going to hear that statement and automatically disassociate from sympathizing with Anton in this situation, you know, because as Corey puts it, you basically shit on what it is to be black. And that's not going to leave you in a sympathetic place for most people of the viewing audience.
Man, listen, y'all. We gonna talk a little shit about whatever the fuck for a little while, but we really got a show. We really got lives. We really be doing things. We ain't looking for no internet moment and trying to run with it and perpetrate and cap and all that sucker shit. We only talk about the facts. Now, hold on. What video is ready? Do y'all got the one with dude talking about dick sucking on somebody else's show? Play that.
Explain that to me, then I can answer your question.
It means that you're the gay best friend.
That's fine. That's fine.
Well,
If I'm the gay best friend, that's fine.
So we can stop name calling and we can just get back to the subject.
you did
I
it
didn't
first.
call you a name. I said you had on a cake.
And I said you had on a fucking gay.
What the does that mean? And for me to be gay, I have to a man. I've never a man.
I don't know that.
I don't know you haven't a man, nigga.
I would bet on you before me.
I'm retarded?
That's fine. That's fine. You hide it. That's what it is.
The more you open with it.
You're the down low people. You're the down low.
And you're the dick sucker. What's the difference?
You're the down low. You're the down low, and you're in the loud, and then you're the loud. You're the down low.
Oh, sorry.
Let me go get a
How
towel.
far do we go with this?
All right. Anyway, I don't know if we saw the part where he did the same thing on somebody else's show with the dick sucker shit.
Really?
I don't know if we saw. He did, and then said, "You called me a name," and the dude didn't call him a name. I think this is a routine of that guy.
Yeah.
I think that, like, I didn't do the research on that man to be prepared, or I wouldn't have even had him on, because he was ass kissing on the phone.
Yeah.
Like dead ass. He wasn't. He got in touch with somebody, and somebody gave me his number, and he was talking like he had some sense.
Right.
And when he came on here, he ran his routine that he's run a few times on people, and you know, that's cool. But sex playing a man, can we just start out with that? There's cameras all over me. Have we missed a Tuesday, Darlene?
No.
Even when the city was burning down, we was up in this.
They had to tell us to get that.
Yeah, real shit.
Hey man, listen, man. We ain't missed a Tuesday. Do you know if you fight on YouTube, they give you at least a 30-day suspension?
Right.
His plan
It's like being married.
almost worked. His plan almost worked. Now, because we ain't got all day for this sucker ass nigga. Because he'll never be in my face again. Everything he say is for the net. You got away, you got away with that. But listen, it was some people talking about somebody ain't a real nigga or a street nigga. What is the definition of a street nigga? I really want to know. Does anybody know what a street nigga is? I know what happened. Yeah. Now, this is what the internet has done. The internet has created an AI video where different outcomes and different ways it happened was shown. They've edited the truth. Hey, do we have what happened? Play that. Yeah, when you get ready, let me know. See, it's people who have edited the video to make the video look like he stood up to me and all. I was like, what is this? When I saw some of the edited videos, I was like, boy, they cold with this AI, boy. This AI, I seen a video where I beat his ass.
Oh, really? Yeah, that's wild.
Oh yeah, and by the way, futon, my homie said, don't call that nigga that, call that nigga futon.
Oh.
Well, that's hilarious. Instead of saying his name.
Oh, futon. Okay.
Hey, futon, thanks for not beating me up, man. Thank you.
I call him the evil whining. That's ZZ whining. That's the only whining that can't sing. He beatboxing whining.
Thanks for not beating me up, man. I really appreciate you, man. So the man came at me with sex play. I'm not talking to everybody because everybody might not even understand what sex play is. That's the word. That's when you talking that backdooria to a man. The man came at me with sex play, and I tried to warn him. I tried to tell him, you can't play with me like that. So I'm realizing the camera's on me. It's a lot on the line. It's a lot on the line. But he's trying to act like he a man. I bet my life and safety he wasn't a man when I asked D to move and basically sat in his lap. Because if you walk up on a man like that, you could get your eye poked out. You can get sucker punched. You can get all kinds of things done. Look, I would never walk up on a man like I walked up on dude. I knew he was bumping his gums. I knew nothing was going to happen how I walked up on him. But except for like when you arguing with a female. Because that's all he did was yap after he backed up. Because when I first sat down, I was right up on him. Then after that, he kept yapping. A little bit after that, because I kept telling him, I don't do that dick sucking shit. He kept yapping. So I'm like, all right, say I suck dick again. He folded. That was my out. That was my out. I was like, this is all smoke and mirrors after this. Because I don't know why people who understand life couldn't see. The man was too scared to take his glasses off. He was froze. He just was yapping, like when you arguing with your girlfriend. The man, look, we're not talking no hypotheticals. I ain't gonna say what I would have did. I heard the man said I was shaking. Okay, if I was shaking, I bet you didn't say that sex play to me again. So I ain't no tough guy. I ain't got time for that. I had a production in Vegas this week where I was on stage joking and singing. I'm the entertainer. But he has mastered a wickedly brilliant way to get people to clickbait what he's doing. And it's a very dangerous way to live. It's a dangerous way to live because the things he did during this week, he really played himself because he has nothing else to do but talk crazy and act like he's doing this and act like he's doing that. Homie,
Well, that, you know what's
thanks for not beating me up. That's all I got to say. Thanks for not beating me up, dude. Whatever would have happened, it would have happened if he was man enough to stick to his conviction of what he came here for. His conviction of what he came here for was to try and catch me off my square. And, you know, I'm a tell him and any advocate of him, and of course the people that root for what we're doing up here, I'm gonna tell you this. Why don't you think what he did worked?
I mean, it's a few reasons.
Why didn't it work? What he tried to do, why don't you think it worked? Craig, I would love to hear what you got to say about that.
Well, here's the thing, right? First of all, because we're comedians, so we think abstract. So we don't hear words the same way everybody else hears words. We don't experience situations in the same way. So what he took advantage of initially was you were coming from an honest place. You were really trying to have an honest intellectual dialogue.
They said I disrespected him when I said he was kissing white people's ass, and he was exactly kissing white people's ass. And to this day, he still has never said nothing about the contribution the Caucasian male has made to the downfall of this nation.
Right.
And he said, I'm not going into that. He said it, and people forget about that. They forget that he never answered that question.
Right.
I'm sitting up here asking questions. This man come at me with some dick sucking shit.
Right.
I'm glad that he didn't have the courage to say it when I stood on it. I'm glad.
Yeah.
I didn't have to call the lawyer in the morning and take that retainer over there, and I don't expect everybody to understand that. It's a lot of people ain't never had to give a lawyer $10,000 at one time. But that's what they start at if you really want a chance to be heard in the courtroom.
Well, when he say he studied you, he knows this. Like, we comedians, we got egos as far as like we used to people sitting down and listening to what the fuck we got to say. So his strategy was to invalidate you. So no matter what you would have said, he was going to disregard it because he knew that would get you in a space like, nigga, what? So you
what? No, what'd get me in a space if you start sex playing me?
Right.
Because I wasn't there until I didn't stop. Like, fuck what we talking about. Hey, nigga, I don't do that dick sucking shit. I don't play like that. I don't know people who play like that. I'm talking about, it ain't nowhere where I'm from. I've never seen whole shit like that before. I never saw nobody do nothing like that before.
But in the debate world, is called baiting opposition. The whole purpose of it is to invalidate your credibility.
So in the debate world, or whatever you want to call it, I guarantee you this, the debate will stop if you tell a man brought up in ghetto America who don't move like that anything about dick sucking. The debate is out the window. It's what's up?
Right.
What's up?
You know what it reminds me of? Remember when Dennis Rodman was in the league and he was dressing crazy? And, I forget who it was. I think it was Alonzo Mourning. And he kept slapping his ass, and Alonzo was like, kind of mad. And he was yelling from the sideline, you a sick man. You a sick man. Because Dennis Rodman knew, okay, this is his limit and this is my limit. My limit on this particular thing is a little further. So let me try to take him in deep waters. He was just trying to take you in deep. But you caught it, though, so it didn't work.
Yes.
But Dennis Rodman also was in front of cameras.
Right.
This is what we have to make sure is understood. Some people, when they in front of cameras, they understand this is basically court gear.
Right.
This is court gear.
Yeah.
It's proof of what happened. I can't respect all that in front of the camera stuff.
No.
I respect the work you put in elsewhere.
Yeah. Right. But he don't want your respect.
He ain't gotta have my respect. But I'm just saying, if you want, look, I am not ashamed of my masculinity. All my young guys out there who watching this, they're gonna try to make you think something's wrong with you if you have a line that a batty boy cannot cross. If you have a line where you like, don't play with my sexuality like that, they're gonna make it seem like you're hateful or you're something. You're not hateful, you are a man. You built like that. You're supposed to fold it up as much as you can in this crazy world. But if somebody is testing your manhood like that, man, I'm telling you, man, I don't care how well composed you are. We still animals.
All day.
Don't play with mine. whoever you are. So some people want to say, well, that's all somebody got to do to set you off. I guess. I ain't from that world.
What was interesting here is that Corey really just kind of slow cooked on this roast. And what he used as a tool, I call triangulation, right? So he's not only going to talk about you, but he's going to talk about your sphere of influence. In this case, the family. He's going there with the family. And I don't necessarily agree with that tactic, but like I said, when you engage with a comedian on his territory, which is him with a microphone, you can't pick the rules of engagement now. Now he's just going to go to the depths and he's going to make sure that you feel it in some kind of way. And unfortunately, the stuff about the daughter, I can't co-sign it. It was wrong. But as a comedian, they're constantly throwing ideas at the wall and they're going to keep going with what sticks. Right? They're gonna try to cut to. This is the basis of roasting. Roasting is to get you in your feelings, get you so mad that you want to fight. Right? And it's funny because Corey actually says, "I'm so glad you didn't beat my ass like you said you would." Because Anton goes on a tour of all these podcasts, especially when he said he's going to only do podcasts in person. That is a contradiction off the bat. He's going to capitalize on this by going on like even smaller creators' channels. I was kind of surprised that he actually went to some places. I was like, really? But I think Anton's calculation was he would get the internet on his side by visiting all these other shows. That works. But once again, you're now in a different, I mean, this isn't just beefing with another YouTuber, which, you know, YouTubers, you've seen them before. They go back and forth for years, you know. A couple beefs come to mind and stand out. And it's kind of understood what the rules of engagement are. But now you're dealing with a comedian. He's going to roast you. He's going to roast your family, your legacy. I mean, comedians are known for going to the family first. You know, when you think about your mama jokes and stuff, that's about the only person Corey didn't bring up in this. In, like I said, the immediate family situation. Now, that's the calculation you have to make. You have to understand if this is a possibility, am I ready to put my family out there on the line? You know, everybody always brings up the Scarface line of no women and no kids, but some people don't give a f. Let's just say that. Some people don't give a f anymore. And they feel like you came into their spot with ulterior motives or you disrespected. They're going to say what's on their mind and they don't care about the repercussions.
The man claimed Christianity over everything. And Darlene, did you hear me when I said, I think it was before the show started, I said to him, well, the fact that you married is one of the reasons I brought you on here, because you brag on being married.
Right, I remember that. And then somebody else in the room asked him something about his wife as well. So it was known.
Oh, I guess you could play it. Black people, do you hate black people?
I'm a Christian first. I'm a Christian first. I'm a Christian first.
Boy, you use your paper to fuck bitches you would normally never be around. You an ugly ass boy. You an ugly ass boy. You brag on having no children out of wedlock. You got a picture of his daughter? I'm a dirtbag. You got a picture of his daughter?
That nigga got a picture.
This motherfucker brag on not having no children out of wedlock. What happened, D? It crashed.
Froze.
That's the broad.
I was told.
Y'all can get the broad off. That's his daughter. This man said he ain't got no children out of wedlock. Make no more kids, nigga. That bitch gonna be buying pussy like you after a while. If you don't know, nigga, don't ever brag on no motherfucking what you ain't got. Don't nobody want no kids with you, nigga. Don't nobody want no kids with you. Your prime years, you was a scammer, nigga. You was doing scams. Now that you older and found a way to manipulate, get dude off the... Who the fuck is that, nigga? This motherfucker cat. I'm the captain now. Look at it. Hey, look. Let me tell you something. Don't make no more daughters, dog. You got to make it where your shit come out with a boy so he can make excuses for him. But you ain't got no kids out of wedlock because ain't no bitches fucking with you. He was on the internet bragging, I always got a bad bitch with me. No, you pay a bitch to be with you, nigga. You ain't no nigga who got bitches. You buy bitches like the little bitch you had with you, goddammit, who motherfucking made that story sound like she wanted to sound. I got to town Tuesday. Did you get to town Tuesday? Or was you in Vegas with him? I don't know. Did you get to town Tuesday, really? So you let that man lie to you, bring you up here, talking about you holding the show, and you ain't mad at that nigga? I seen you on that show when he said something about dick sucking to the other dude. You know what kind of nigga that is. Little sister, let me tell you something. If you trying to get on, come get it on your back like the women who really moving up in the world. You can get on the show, but it's other things that got to be got on. That's all I'm saying. This is show business. You got to do what you got to do. You doing it, it's just you doing with a lane. That motherfucker spent you, told you, yeah, I'm gonna put you on the show. That nigga ain't got no power up here. He ain't got nothing to do. The only power he had was to run his mouth. That's all he did. Run his mouth. When a man challenged him, he bagged down. So if you want to be on the show, because I heard you say, I went to Corey Holcomb's show out in D.C. and he was funny and all that shit. Shouty, you can earn it fucking with me. You ain't gonna make no baby that look like that. You a little short girl, though. You gonna give me a little swole little runt, nigga. But I hit bitches like that. Dude hit bitches like that because he flat out bought her. I'ma indirectly buy you. Everybody who I buy hate me later because they be like, he ain't really give me shit. Don't be lying talking about you came out here to do the show. You came out here to kick it with that big old ham sandwich because you know that motherfucker gonna trick off real good with you. The show, you probably was disappointed because you ain't get on the show. That's because I didn't know you and you was with dude. You see where the show at, meet me outside one day and say, Corey, I'm trying to earn something. We good. We good. You got the clip with his wife? Play the clip with that mark ass nigga wife. By the way, if I get under your skin, you know where I'm at, homie. You know where I'm at. The clip with his wife. This is the funniest shit.
Oh, Jesus. Wow. Times it can be hard and sad and difficult because Anton has a lot of different personalities, and so you have to be a certain type of woman to deal with him. Anton is very emotional. He doesn't communicate effectively. I don't think that he has killed anybody before. I think he's capable of it. I've seen him angry before. He's just like a totally different person when he's angry. He blacks out.
What?
All right. Now, she look like she'll be like, fuck it, I'll be with this little fat nigga. Baby, you ain't got to be worried about that nigga temper tantrums and all that shit like that. Come fuck with a real nigga. If y'all in Detroit, it's real niggas in Detroit. God damn it. They could come pick you up at his house. He ain't gonna do shit. You with a mark-ass nigga who's stressing you out. Because you saw it. I know you saw it, ma'am. When I said to your husband, I'm gonna do it in slow motion a little bit. Say I suck dick again. That nigga let your whole family down and bitched out. Y'all done. You will never live that moment down where he got punked in front of the nation. You think you supposed to fix it because you married to him. Look, I ain't gonna lie. I can't put you out front with my top 5 bitches, but I'll find you a slot just because you his wife. Come fuck with a real nigga. You know you can't stay with that nigga. His best years are over. What if you'd have had a boy? God damn, you'd have had a little slouchy little boy. You had a daughter, at least somebody would smash you. This motherfucker, them nights when them other bitches ain't answering the phone, they gonna call your daughter. Meanwhile, you could be over here with me, goddamn it. I got a bitch with some Kohler wigs than that you had on. Boy, that wig you got on, that's a starter kit wig. I got some bitches who do hair so good, boy, I'll make that bitch an 8. I'll make that bitch an 8, nigga. That bitch, what? Let me tell you something. I can make people think she look good. But yeah, your husband a straight mark ass nigga. I sat in his lap, the nigga wouldn't even swing. I said, say it again, the nigga wouldn't swing. You can't fix that, baby. He can't be hiring people when he get in town, whatever town he go to, having strangers watching his back. That's the best way to get robbed. The man said, I got more money than Corey. Wait, you just marked yourself, nigga.
You know, they say, you know, people who go mainstream a lot of times or have a very multi-ethnic audience and actually not acknowledge the people that they come from. In the long run, it ends up being detrimental to them. You know, you always need your base of people to kind of support what you're doing out here. You know, like that's kind of the problem we're facing here. And you know, there are some black people that definitely support Anton, but you always need that base. And I think that's a lesson that people learn in entertainment that a normal person who's coming in on the internet doesn't understand necessarily. That you got to shore up your base and make sure they're on your side, because when everybody goes, you ain't got much left. I thought another point was interesting was when Corey brings up the fact that he did confront Anton in the way that he did. He said the reason he does that is because he didn't respect Anton's manhood and didn't think that he was going to do anything. You know, a lot of people in their criticism of this, they always put the onus on Corey to have made the first move. But I always point out that if either one of them are mad at the respective statements, Anton being mad at the ass kissing statement and Corey being mad at the D of the black community statement, then, you know, there should be an equal opportunity to fire off. Corey was saying that he was restraining himself on purpose, and a lot of people showed Corey love for that. He talked about D.L. Hughley gave him a call. He talked about several prominent comedians reaching out to him to get a lay of the land. He also talked about Deion Sanders called him. That's the funny thing about this. Corey had I think they said up to 25,000 people in this stream, and it was a solid number just so they could hear what his thoughts were on this Anton Daniels beef and what he was going to say. And so he also reveals that when those people reached out to him, like, you'd be surprised at the people that actually listen to the 5150 show. And that just goes to show you the power of what people can do on YouTube. Like the homes that you can reach over 16 years on a program where you're there every Tuesday, spitting the street gospel, as it were. Corey Holcomb has used this platform to great effect to get his message across. And when something like this comes up, as you can see, the ears are there, you know. And like I said, that was just the live viewers. All the replay watchers and everybody else, like, that is an impressive number. I don't know many people that have that number unless you're in the top ranks of the streamers out here that are damn near traveling around the world nonstop. You know, look at iShowSpeed or Kai Cenat or somebody like that. So Corey Holcomb, in his own right, has built up enough cachet that he can pull those type of numbers just on a once a week show, which goes back into my other point a couple weeks ago where we were talking about Corey Holcomb probably could benefit a bigger platform like, say, Netflix, since Netflix wants to get into the podcasting game. But so what do you think? Do you think Anton's plan worked coming in there, like to garner attention and then go out to the live streams and then to get the internet streets on his side? Or do you think Corey Holcomb's approach of silence, being silent for an entire week and then coming with 25,000 in the chat and just going in, basically having people hanging on his every word? I'm pretty sure there were some people that stayed up pretty late to watch this show, but people were in that room and I was expecting the number to go down. It didn't go down until they took a break. So who actually, a lot of people might have said Anton won that battle last week, but who is actually winning the war? The war of intention, the war of attention. Because from what Corey said here, it's very clear there were a lot of reasons he didn't think he needed to go outside. He didn't need to do anything because he received what he wanted. He wanted Anton to see if Anton would stand on that DS comment. And since he didn't, Corey claimed his victory. I don't know. It's up to opinion. But anyway, let me know what you think about it in the comments. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification for all uploads. Make sure you sign up for the Patreon. The link is in the description so we can have some more uncensored talk and content, live streams, so we can get all this out here on a different platform with less restrictions. You know what I'm saying? Sign up for the Patreon today. This is Faucette Media.